Line for a throw-in.
Nicely done by Lockie Slorak.
3 inside 50s already, 4 Barwon heads. 4 minutes played.
Tossed up right in front of us. Close and dog at it. Herbison copped a nice bump from Garner. You would have seen on your screen. Strong tackle by that man again. Nick Garner on Ryan Harvey. One to watch this afternoon, Ryan Harvey. Strongly.
Yep, and some interchanges happening here too as we see player run on for the first time, I reckon. In Maxi Melton, number 24 for Barwon Heads there, coming on, making his, I don't know if it's his debut, I guess it is for this season. He has played in previous years. Maxi Melton, one to watch too as the game goes on. The Tigers bang it into half forward inside 50, and the umpire said there's one high, and there'll be a free kick to Torquay, close to...
Fisted away from him, and out of play on the heart of centre wing.
We've so far had 6 inside 50s for 5 for Barwon Heads, 1 for just Torquay, and yet to see a mark inside 50 yet.
Tossed in. Reid again down for the Tigers. Heavy contest. Mitchell, can he keep it in? He does just. Bouncing footy. Opperman had a couple to beat. Couldn't. Bennett tries to step through. Bring it over. One player to watch this afternoon, Curry. 37 goals this season. Be tossed in just inside the paint of 50.
And Herbison, he's resting forward, if you call it that at the moment, for Barwon Heads. As the ball's thrown in, hard contest at the footy again, just spills out. Can they kick it off the ground? The umpire, he's called another free kick.
Yeah, 5 frees now for Torquay.
So we'll see a throw in right in front of the scoreboard, which shows Barwon Heads 8, Torquay 1.
Sure does. Hot start. Torquay just getting themselves into this game. Under the pump early, but last 5 minutes or so, even though they haven't really hit the scoreboard, they're just getting themselves going a bit. Holmes, another possession to half forward. Deledio pumps it inside 50. Numbers back for Barwon.
Went to the boundary, gives his side a chance to reset. Got the advantage in the ruck, it looks like on this occasion, Torquay. Goes up. Can they make the most of it? Straight down. Grabbed in front by, that was Melter, was it? No?
Mitchell, I think.
It was Mitchell. Logan Mitchell. First game for the club. Debut today. That being the...
on centre wing.
Looks like right ribs there for
for Reid.
For Reid, thank you. So he's still a bit hurt as he's been taken off the ground.
He was the advantage in the ruck, so this will be a bit more of an even contest, I reckon, as the umpire throws the ball in. It's gone over the back, straight out of the ruck on that occasion was Matt Dyer. He's pumped it to just forward a wing position. Barwon Heads still have a chance. Left foot, smother, right in front of Roscoe Holmes. Got a bit of salt and pepper in their hair these days. Am I allowed to say that?
Yep.
When Roscoe and his mates hear this back, they might get into me about that. I've got a bit myself.
Perfect vantage point for us. 16, nearly 17 minutes gone, excuse me. Opening term. Doyle and Dyer again. Harvey, geez, Holmes came crashing down in front of us. Quick hands came out from Mitchell, just covered eventually by Polly. That'll be one to watch this afternoon, McMahon and Kyle Polly. So it'll be tossed in front of a good crowd here at Port Arlington. Tossed in close again, been good in the ruck early. The Seagulls, big man. Come out intercepted by McMahon though. Gets a good piece of it too, deep inside 50. Flyers were wanted.
Nice smother running the other way. So good desperate footy, that's what finals footy's about.
Yeah, Saker's definitely saved probably a goal there. So
That's a certain goal. Did a great job, left his man and forced the smother. So brought in 10 metres around from home. Taken out of the ruck in the end by Martin. Got his hands clear. They go to work again, the Seagulls. Phelps, non-preferred side for him, another good smother. Phelps, I think someone stay down at least.
The line, and the umpire's going to ball it in, probably 10 metres around. They used the ball well there, Barwon Heads. Good possessions in a row. Worked it forward. Can they capitalise late in this first quarter qualifying final? Umpire throws it in. Up there's Martin. Used the body. Pushed out of the way, but it's Torquay who defend. Bouncing ball, middle of the ground. Anybody's footy. Got a foot race. Can they get it? Oh, knocked on nicely there.
Ball out of play about 40 metres out from home.
Good leg on him, Chapman. Didn't he just get some ground then and put it right down in the danger zone? So Torquay, they'll be hoping to just finish off with a quick one here. They already have the lead by 4 points. Low scoring affair. Umpire balls it in. It's McLaughlin, left foot. Can he get a bit of curl on it? He cannot. It's high, it's down, it's bouncing towards the boundary line about 5 metres around from their point post. Out of side.
Torquay, despite only having 3 applications on the scoreboard.
As we brought in 5 metres around from goal for Torquay. McMahon, and close in the ruck this time. Close, fists it clear, gained some yardage too, was important. Tumbled clear towards Dyer and White. Good mark by Jesse White. He started
very out of his reach, I reckon, as he ran towards the boundary line. But it was a good kick there by Diamond. Kick it in forward. Look for McMahon. Can't go wrong with that combination as the umpire throws the ball back in. It's Close and McMahon. Ball knocked down. Big pack of players around it. You can throw a blanket over about 15 of them. No one can get a clear possession. The umpire, what does he do? Of course. I shouldn't say of course. It's a free kick. 19 plays 10. 9-point lead to the Tigers. As we see Roscoe Holmes walking past the commentary position, having a breather.
We brought in 6 minutes tick by on the heart of Sinawing on the outer side. Birchall just tumbles one through the middle. Walter attacks it with pace as he always does. Nice hands too. Horbury with the overlap, left it behind.
I'm not quite sure who that was, but the umpire's going to ball it in.
Luke, anything jumping off the stats page for at the moment?
It's been quite even, actually. Hit-outs 12 apiece, free kicks +1 for Torquay. Intercepts 2 apiece, as I said before. The marks inside 50, though, still Torquay 3-1.
Birchall won it out, but Eddie intercepted. Close, trying to find a way through. Harvey, quick hands. Horbury, again, Eddie runs out of room. Ball will be tossed in 30 metres around from goal. 10 points is the margin. 4-5 plays 3-1 that you can see on the bottom left of your screen.
Nice little break.
Tossed in, McMahon doing the ruck work this time. Nudge Dyer under it. Lovell, clean hands. Was Dawson caught high? He was. And then they reckon the advantage was taken by Lovell, but the umpire does again, and we'll have it tossed in.
Yeah, the beer ball up. You're getting some big bodies around the footy boneheads. They got Herbison, the young Logan Mitchell, a bit of size about him, and then they've got Dyer, the enormous ruckman. He wins it down. Mitchell over the top of it. Dyer tries to feed it out, but it's Torquay who clear the ball. Can they get it? Handball just in time. Torquay bounces outside 50 and the kick in, looking for McLaughlin. Just every time I think there's some sort of stoppage, it'll be a free kick, but when it goes out of bounds, I guess it's a throw in.
21 inside 50s for Torquay. Only 6 applications to the scoreboard, so not as effective when they come inside 50.
Dyer ripped it out of the ruck. Reed's back out there for Torquay. Strong hands by Martin. Enjoyed a very, very productive second quarter. Out of play. In the meantime, just forward of centre wing for Barwon Heads, who lead by 8 points.
And Reed back on the ground, lads.
Yep.
So he's taken the Roscoe Holmes dressing gown off. He's back up against Dyer. Yeah, he does. So he'll provide some sort of advantage. Logan Mitchell runs forward for Barwon Heads. Kicks it up. It's a loose ball. Can Phelps get it before the boundary line? He cannot. He does that when his team needs a hand, doesn't he? He'll push up, just provide a big body around the footy. Umpire's going to ball it in. It's half forward line for Barwon Heads, right in front of a big crowd here that's built at Port Arlington for this qualifying final. Barwon Heads pin the ball down. Zach Walter on the right boot. It's a nice looking kick in, but it's intercepted nicely there on that occasion by Fitzpatrick. So Fitzpatrick.
He caught one high. No, said the umpire. Ball out of play.
Nice bit of play there. Looking very threatening, the Tigers. It's in their half forward line as the umpire throws it in. Close in McMahon. Oh, lovely read off the ruck on that occasion. The ball up. There's anyone's mark, and it's going to come Barwon Heads' way.
Taken by Slorick. Kicks off.
McMahon gets it 50, 45. He's going to pass it off. He's done it a couple of times already, and with no wind, I'd expect that'll be the state of play for the rest of the game. Umpire throws it in. Close to McMahon. McMahon it is. Gets front position and knocks it down. The umpire says someone was held, and it's going to go to Barwon Heads.
Yep, Close the man. Been impressive. Brock Close, just his St Joseph's player. Brock Close dominated the reserves competition one year. Simo kicked to over 60 goals, I reckon. Just couldn't get a crack in a strong Joey side, so moved down Ballerine way for some senior footy. He's up against Reed this time.
He looks right at home.
Yep.
At this level of footy, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Yep. He's been good in the air, he's been good in the ruck contests, and he's also been good on the ground for a big fella as well as he goes up again. Now, to play it in too, Lockie Slorrick's hurt at half back there for Boneheads.
I reckon he just copped one in the head. I think in that contest, I could be wrong, but thought he was just going down holding his head. Looks a little wobbly. Ball's back in play in the meantime. Strong tackle on Diamond. Ball comes out, cries of ball, nothing doing. Kick out of trouble by Everett.
Around the head region. Looking for a bit of claret, nothing showing. And the ball will be thrown in. Just around from that. There's a lovely smell there too. Oh, it's the chips. It's the chips. Thanks very much for the hospitality of the Port Arlington Footy Club too. They've been very kind to us this afternoon. To give a shout out to them. There's the ball with Torquay. Birchall.
Ball spills clear. We're right near the boundary inside 50. Ball out of play now.
See another throw in. It's like McMahon. It'll be for Torquay. Uses the body position, gets a handball away. To Lovell, is it? On the right foot. Snap it goal. Across the face and through for one behind. So Boneheads. Quick. In fact, it was Mitchell. Punched away from him and there'll be a throw in. As the changes continue on the bench there for both sides. We're 5.5 minutes into this third term. Umpire will throw the ball in. So close. Oh, bit of a fist forward. Boneheads first at it. Stevens gets wobbles the ball forward. Good contest there. Jaden McLaughlin showing plenty of toe, and the ball's beaten them both though over the boundary line.
So it'll be tossed in about 60 around. 6.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. Doyle from behind. Nicely done. Holmes. Quick left foot kick out of trouble. Eddie tracks it back. Gathers. Loops a dangerous handball inside to Everett, who was encroached and out of play.
Polly, good defender for Boneheads. Done a good job today. Umpire's going to throw it in. This time it'll be close once again. Ball knocked down in front, but it's McMahon. Tries to get a handball away, and because he took it out of the ruck and didn't get rid of it properly, he's been penalised. So free kick to Boneheads.
Nice crowd.
So Birchall is going to go to Herbison again at this boundary throw-in. It's been the case for most of the day as the umpire's about to throw it in. Dyer. And he's taken back position, use a little bit of hip and shoulder. It gets a nice handball away, and here they come, Boneheads. Up high, it's a 2-on-1. The one down in front position.
And kick, McMahon got two hands to it, but ball's out of play. Just repeating that score that you can see on the bottom left of your screen. 5-9-39, plays 3-4-22.
Handy little break, 17 points as the umpire throws it in again. Dyer all over it. He's played a massive game today, I reckon. Dyer, Phelps, geez, their big guns are really turning it on. Wing position, loose ball.
In the day, and the ball is out of play eventually on centre wing.
The defensive pressure from both these sides has just been fantastic today. Probably one of the highlights of the game.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good tough game, and as it should be, as we said, you know, third quarter qualifying final, the stakes are huge. You're either in it with a double chance still, or you're in elimination next week, aren't you? Really? So the ball kick forward by forces.
Stevens is all by himself as an half forward, wasn't he?
Couldn't get it to him. Yep.
So just inside 50 for the Seagulls. Really pressing here. Biggest margin of the game. Gee, that's a strong tackle by Holmes. Not rewarded. Garner comes up with it. Hangs a high left foot ball towards Chapman. Beats every...
And that was, that was a debutant, Logan Mitchell. He's done some heavy work. Strong body, Logan Mitchell.
Big guy.
Played some good GFL footy with West Saints. Went to Belpost Hill earlier this year. Didn't work out. And he finds himself back with his father as co-coach at Barwon. And certainly in for his first game. Too high, says the umpire, on that play there on Braden Eddy.
That was a pretty heavy knock.
It was too.
Play. McMahon was up early. He's might have been pushed back, Paul McMahon. Interesting.
I don't know whether that's a plan or whether he just does that. He certainly does go and lend a hand when he needs
Looks
it.
like he's just trying to play as that spare man at the moment. Birchall puts his fist through it. That's Andrew. As does Hobbs. Gained a few metres anyway. Horbury on the cricket pitch, that's uncomfortable. Phil,
I think
ball's at the top of the square and we'll have a ball up.
If it was a vanilla slice, mate, it would have been all over my face. There was a little bit off the ball then too, though, wasn't it? People throwing people around. I thought there might have been a free kick out of it, but nothing. Dyer takes it out of the throw-up. Quick kick out. He's found a teammate, McLaughlin. Does have wheels, but this time he's gone short. Found another teammate, Zach Walter.
I reckon
And they're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, they withstood the pressure. Plenty on there. Torquay applying the heat early in this final term. 17 points the margin. They need 3 just to make up the slack. Any goals to Barwon Heads makes it all the tougher. So no one can win that from that ball in. There will now be a ball up. So Brock line that will see a throw in.
What do you reckon, Luke? Can they do it? Torquay.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I still think it's pretty close. Regarding stats, though, Barwon Heads dominating hitouts there, +9.
Dyer this time. Won it down. Eddie, was he caught high? He was. And himself a free kick. Thought about the handball to Harvey, but went back.
10 metres around from the point post. Marcus Chucky Smith plays for Anglesey. Broke his wrist last week. Dislocated, broke it in 2 places. He sends a bit of a cheerio, listening via AFL Barwon. Nice to hear. 10 metres around, and almost 10 minutes into this final term. Barwon Heads have got a shot here, or a chance, just inside the 50. The mark taken. That was Eddie. He's given it off.
45 inside 50s to Torquay's 38.
So Sam Evans doesn't look like he's moving too well just in front of us.
No, it does look a little lame.
Sure. I think his hand that we noticed before was battered, and I don't think that left leg's too good either. Close, double palms it down into the path of his, and the snap, does it through? No, near side. I think it was Tim Chapman, was it?
Chapman.
Oh.
Yeah, been an important player, Brock Close, today. And I think Torquay, a little unfortunate in that Reid suffered an injury early. They just maybe lost a slight advantage that they might have had in the ruck otherwise, as the umpire throws it in this occasion. Logan Mitchell over the top of the footy, as he has been for the entire day, doing some hard bullocking work. He'll sleep well tonight. No one can get a clear possession out of this. Low margin now, lads. And look at that. Is that it's a 24 scoring shots at 12. It's, comprehensive from the inside 50s, Luke.
Yeah, no, 48 to 40 inside 50s in Barwon Heads' favour. Marks inside 50 still quite even, 11 to 10.
Ball at ground level. Doyle was nudged off it. Falls out to Dawson, who's caught. Dyer.
Today, Mitch Phelps, and he tries a little handball. It's gone out of bounds. He's a live wire up forward. I reckon he's played just about all the game time. I haven't seen him run to the bench.
He's been fantastic, Phelps. 3 goals.
And we'll see Dyer again. Dyer, geez, he's taken that out. Quick handball over there to Harvey, who pumps it deep. And Close is going to run onto it, take a mark. Brock Close, about 35 out directly in front.
Play probably either Mottawarri or Anglesey tomorrow, but if it is Mottawarri, they're the reigning premiers, so they've still got a tough game next weekend. So
if they win tomorrow, which isn't a guarantee.
Yeah, absolutely. And we spoke probably off air about Anglesey, how they were unlucky. If they'd have won last week, they would have finished on top of the ladder.
Premier.
They lost, finished 5th. So, there's no easy games in the finals. Bellarine this
well. They'll play Barwon Heads next week, but they've got to hopefully try and keep their form. That week off can sometimes knock you off a bit.
I was wondering if they were here today, whether they'd watch or whether they watch online, or whether they've got, whether they train today. It'd be interesting to see how they use their week off at the Geelong Amateur Footy Club. They are used to the finals, put it that way.
I don't think they're here. I haven't seen any.
No, I haven't seen any.
Saw Simon Farrell, but he's obviously not playing.
Did he fly in with his helicopter, mate, or did he just...
I just saw him over before.
Oh, he just come by car today.
I saw Mitch Fisher was an interested onlooker at the 2 huddles of Barwon Heads, at both the breaks. Garner's kick smothered right on the goal line.
I played footy with Faz, Simon Farrell, years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was certainly a character.